Probably at one point or the other in life, you have either had this happening to you or you have met people that would not just seem to go past certain things that happened in their life, either good things or bad things. Well, most times it is the painful, the dark things that become harder to even let go of. Of course, even the positives can become such a magnet that keep drawing you back to the past, to your glory days, to the days that you thought everything was working out well, and you can get stuck right there and never experience or explore the future that is ahead of you. We've been talking about getting unstuck right here on Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, CJ Atemo the Sage. And I hope that if you are joining for the very first time, this is going to be very beneficial to you. Every Monday to Friday, we come at 9:55 a.m. right here on your favorite TV station, bringing you your favorite talks on personal development, growth, mentorship, coaching, and helping you to become the person that you would want to be, because you are my business. I'm so glad that the Panari Hotel keeps allowing us to shoot from right over here. So a big shout out to Panari Hotel along Mombasa Road, a few kilometers from the airport, just about 6 from the city center as well. It sits nearly in the middle of the city and the JKIA, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. So if you're coming in from outside of the city or outside of the country, you can check out the Panari Hotel. The access to the other parts of the city is very good because you have the southern bypass, the expressway, and you can always hit your way to the airport as well. You can arrange for your meetings anywhere around the city and you'd be glad. You could also have those meetings right here at the Panari Hotel because you'll have conference facilities. You've got good accommodation, and you will also have very good cuisine as well. Well, check out my social media platform, CJ Atemo everywhere, and I'd be glad to engage with you. Let me know your feedback. What is it that you want me to talk about? What is it that you'd want me to, clarify to you or for you? And I'd be so glad. Make your inquiries as well. CJ Atemo, School of Leadership on Facebook. If you want to be mentored, coached, you want to join our school and our modules, we'd be so glad to receive you. So we have been talking about getting unstuck, and I've talked about a few things. Today I'm going to talk about the number 4 of it, which is people treat you based on their character, not yours. People treat you based on their character, not yours. I say that the number one thing is that yesterday was a lesson, and you've got to go past it. And it's important for you to understand that. And then I say number 2, you did what you did because of what you knew. The number 3, I say talk about it. But I would also love for you to know that, especially in the painful situations, people treat you based on their character, not yours. What does that mean? An abuser will be an abuser. An angry person will just be an angry person. A violent person will be a violent person. So how they treat you is based on their belief system, their values, and how they see things. It may not necessarily be because of you. I've seen people or had people asking, why do I keep on attracting this kind of thing? Why they keep on attracting violence? Why they keep on attracting abuse? Why does everybody seem to do them harm? And the next person will be saying, no wonder the other person did this to you. And they begin to believe that there is something inherently wrong with them. Well, regardless of your flaws as a person, not everybody reacts the same way to your shortcomings. So if somebody will react in a certain way to your provocation, it is not necessarily based on your provocation. It is also based on their character. There are people you provoke and they walk away. There are people you will provoke and they will reason with you. There are people you will provoke and they will feel that they need to retaliate. All these responses are based on the character of the person that you are dealing with. So do not, again, and I've got to say this when I talked about, that is what you knew. This is not to abdicate your responsibility either, because you're supposed to learn and you're supposed to grow from it. This is not to say that you have no part, that you can do anything and then everybody is supposed to act in a certain way. So if people acted in a certain way, then the problem is this. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm also saying that, you see, people also behave the way they behave because of who they are. It's their characters, it's their fears, it's their flaws, it's their own traumas, it's the things that they have experienced as well, it's the things that they are dealing with. And so sometimes you may be stuck at something and blaming yourself for creating a situation when the other person just acted the way they acted because that was who they are. So they walked out because they never stay anywhere. They conned you because they are con people. It's not because you were foolish. It's not because you were stupid. They just con men. And let me tell you something about being conned, because it really hurts you, because you feel you've been taken for granted and you feel so foolish and you beat yourself down, and how could you not see all of that? What you forget is that anybody that comes in to swindle or to con you or take advantage of you has premeditated their actions. So they have the advantage of catching you off guard. You go into all of this engagements and partnerships and relationships from a point of, you're just going in with an open heart, and you're going from a point of simplicity, but they're all along planning to take advantage in one way or the other. They are planning for your money. They're planning for something. They're planning to use, abuse, step and jump. They're planning all of that. So when you get caught off guard, it's not because you are foolish. It's just because you got into something that you did not think you needed to put your guard up about. So it is not about your ability. It is just that at some point you thought that you were with somebody that you did not need to defend yourself against. And the person took advantage. That speaks more about their character than it does about you. And yes, this is why I said yesterday is a lesson, so that you learn from those lessons. You learn that you cannot just be easy and simple with everybody. But again, you cannot get stuck at what happened to you and keep beating yourself down. You did what you did because of what you knew. I still keep going back into the points that I've told you about. But then you see, that's what you knew, that's who you were, but there's also who they were. There's also who they were. They're planning, they're plotting. If they're a thief, they've been stealing from everybody else, so they're planning to steal from you. You would be probably this kind of a person who never steals from anybody, and you don't think that anybody steals from you, would steal from you. Then they shock you. It doesn't mean that there is something wrong with you. It's just that you did not think that somebody would come in and steal from you. It's about their character. They're not even smarter than you. If you knew that they were planning to steal, if you prepared the way they prepared to do that, they probably wouldn't beat you at it. So they took advantage. It's the thing of catching you off guard, the element of surprise. Anybody that catches you by surprise cannot brag to be smarter than you. And sometimes you see what hurts you the most is that you feel you seemed foolish or silly. And so you feel you need to actually relive that moment and prove that you are not the fool, because you feel the other person is going to think that you're a fool, that you are easy to just con or easy to swindle or easy to hurt, and you will be thinking about your ego that whole time. Listen, it's not that they were smarter. They had been preparing all that while to do that damage, and it had nothing to do with you, because if it was somebody else in your place, they would have still done the same. The carnivore will eat meat, not because it is a particular antelope in the vicinity, but because that's what it eats. So the one who would hurt you, the one who would abuse you, the one who would con you, the one who would swindle you would still do it elsewhere. But you've got to learn your lessons as well, and you've got to know how to put some boundaries around your life. Not to blame you, but again, not to beat yourself too much, because they did what they did based on their character. Well, I hope this has been helpful to you in getting you unstuck, so that you are not living your life in who you were or what happened to you 10, 15 years ago. You may have gone through the most traumatic of experiences, but you can pick yourself up. Even those of you who have gone through things like rape, you know you can pick yourself up. The scars may remain in your heart, but you can leave with the lesson so that some of these things don't happen again. Or you just know you are not to blame yourself for that and leave with that weight until you get into depression, thinking that there was something wrong with you that made somebody rape you. No, it is because they were rapists that they did that, not because you were easy prey. And I pray that you get some help. If you have been in that particular situation, please get some help. Seek counseling, seek therapy, and get out of it, because people who do bad things are just generally people who do bad things. Till the next time, keep it right here on Wisdom Moments on K24 with Miss CJ Atemo the Sage, coming to you from the Panari Hotel. Remember to check out CJ Atemo everywhere on social media and connect with me.